Hello, and welcome to another episode of Good Brews Bad Views, the podcast where we found out if good beer makes bad movies any better. Spoilers, it doesn't. I'm your host, Max Nestorowicz, and as always, joined by my co-host, Ryan Everart,
Hey.
and James Thorpe.
Yeah.
And we are doing a movie today that we, first, when we came up with the idea of the podcast, we're like, we need to do this movie. We are doing Dragonball Evolution, which probably may be the worst movie we've done so far.
It is the worst movie we've done so far.
Yeah, at least by the IMDb it is. It's like a 2.7.
Yeah, it's real bad.
It's bad.
It's not a movie.
Yep. Yep. I'm after watching this, I had the thought of like which decade had worse adaptations, the 90s or the late aughts? Because there's a lot of bad adaptations in the late aughts.
Bad adaptations.
Hey, I like that. I would actually have to say probably the aughts, because a lot of the aughts are overwrought. And like this movie where they're just... It's not that they're cheesy, which I think is a lot of the problem with the 90s movies, where they try to drink.
That's not a problem. That's the appeal of some of them.
Right, but it's like you can throw on the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd movie. Mm-hmm. It crams in way too much stuff, and there's all sorts of problems with it.
But it's still fun.
But it's still fun and stupid and cheesy. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the biggest thing, is that all those movies to me in the 90s are just, in that sense, outside of, even our Mario Brothers, which Mario Brothers speaks to much more of what this movie is, and I think that's kind of what it would be, because a lot of adaptations here in the aughts are this, outside of Uwe Boll movies, which I'm sure we'll get around to eventually.
Uwe Boll.
But Ryan, any thoughts on that? After the 90s, worst adaptations?
Yeah, I concur. I concur with that assessment.
Yeah. So I'm sure we'll get much more into that. So we need to save some of this conversation for the next 85 minutes.
Just
so
a grueling session, I'm sure.
Yep.
This is the longest 85 minutes you'll ever have.
Oh gosh, yeah,
It's
yeah. So if you're watching along, cue it up on Amazon, or if you have a copy of this on Blu-ray like Ryan does.
Yeah, throw it in a metal container and light it on fire immediately.
All right, so
we just finished the 20th Century Fox fanfare, and we're gonna hit play now.
That is the most exciting thing that happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's all downhill from there.
Yeah.
yep. Dun 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 dun.
Love it. So I just hate this so much, you guys. All right.
I will say I do kind of like these particle effects.
Yeah.
No.
That's about it.
No,
That's about it.
So I guess before we go any further, Ryan, you are the resident Dragon Ball expert.
Yeah. Okay. So
let's not try to go into the nitty-gritty little details that they get wrong, because that is in the GBBV
Fair
notes
enough.
or guidelines, but we are not going to nitpick.
But still, I mean, just core ideas from the source material are completely bastardized in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Totally.
And then I know a decent amount, but nowhere near what you do, Ryan. So
yeah.
Likewise, I know enough about Dragon Ball Z more than Dragon Ball, because that's what I was watching.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why the Evolution title is here. That really makes nothing to do with the rest of this movie.
No, not at all. Don't talk about Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. If there's a first rule, that means there has to be a second rule. What's rule number 2?
This is just so ultra hammy and stupid.
It's like he's exuding mucus out of his eyes.
Right. Real or fake?
That's CG. There's no way man tears that viscously.
Right.
You gotta.
That's real.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's hot, man.
Yep.
Bang. This is
how heavy of a snot or drop of sweat is it that it like ruptures the
very earth.
Yep.
Just flour.
This is.
Yep.
First of all, let's talk about that.
Yep.
Yes, let's.
So about
Why
what?
is he white?
Right.
Why on earth is he white?
Right.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I just...
First one to open their eyes during this movie loses. Everyone.
The delivery is just so poor.
It's, yeah.
And the super over-exaggerated boing.
Just, yeah,
boing.
My guess there was that they were really trying to kind of get into the spirit of like anime silliness.
Yeah.
With that,
Right.
I mean, a lot of this opening scene is a little bit of anime silliness. With
Yeah.
everything that's going
And
on.
I'll admit this is a little bit fun. I like this little scene in there. Now they're upside down, and
Do you know with his toe muscles?
Yep. That's some terrible CG.
And
yeah.
And this movie is so ridiculous. Like, this was in 3D.
Oh no!
Because I think this was like just when 3D was like becoming that hot new thing.
Even better, huh?
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yep.
That
Just poor, bad wire action.
yeah.
Yep.
There, that's the anime silliness right there.
Right.
Yep.
But it doesn't come off right because I thought those were dinosaur eggs.
Were you watching Flintstones recently?
I was like, why did he kill all the dinosaurs? That was the first thing that
Just
came in
like
my
the
head.
source material, Goku hates dinosaurs.
Yes.
Yep. Oh yeah, there are dinosaurs walking around in that. But it's weird because Dragon Ball is known as like a Japanese thing, but it's actually a lot of it's based off of like Chinese mythology, as far as like the Monkey King and the stuff like that. But speaking of Japanese, so recently I was on a trip to Japan and brought back a number of Japanese snacks and beers and such.
Right.
So we'll be drinking a number of them today. So we have split this amongst ourselves. One thing about Japan is you can get Highball in a can. So this is canned Chu-Hi, lemon flavored, for the Rakuten Eagles, which is the baseball team in Sendai. Tried to go to a game while I was there, but it was sold out. Japanese love their baseball almost as much as Americans love their football. So this is probably like one of the... I did not know this was a Highball when I opened it. I was told it was like, oh, it's a lemony beer thing. But, I don't read Japanese. So this is some kind of...
and I haven't tried it
gin
yet.
or lemon gin and tonic?
You haven't tried it yet?
No, here it goes.
Oh God!
This is a disaster.
Oh,
yes,
it's
this
so
is
bad.
This is a disaster. Yeah. So yeah, but this is like an 8% Highball, and a can you can get for like $2.50. So we're just gonna power through this one.
This might be one of the grossest things I've ever drank.
Oh, this is bad.
Yeah. Also, as someone who does do bonsai trees, I was excited at this scene.
Oh, Justin Chatwin. You're going to need a Dragon Ball for that
You're
wish.
gonna
to
need
come
all
true.
7 of them to
Yeah.
get that wish.
Jesus. Wow. I'm still reeling from this beer.
Yep, it's not beer. It's more of a.
If you heard me coughing and laughing at the beginning of this, it's because I took a couple sips of it and couldn't get over with it, how bad it tastes.
Yeah.
It's like someone put a box of lemon heads in a glass of formaldehyde.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Ooh.
Why would you give someone this for their birthday?
Right.
Here, high school kid.
Yeah.
Have this.
Be an intergalactic target from now on.
Yeah,
Yep.
have the most important artifact on the planet. I am offended by this as an anthropologist.
Yep.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Somewhere the end boss from Twisted Metal is like, "Oh, I'll give you a perfect."
Oh,
wish."
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's what bothered me. What was his name?
kind of going back to the beer, or quote unquote, and the baseball.
The liquid.
Yeah.
So in Japan, they brew beers like for the team. It's not just like you buy a can of like adjunct lager with the logo on the can like they would do around here, but it's actually like this is the Rakuten Eagles Golden Ale that they sell like at the park, and it's fairly priced. I was able to get a beer despite not going to the game because they sell beer outside the stadium, and Japan doesn't do the whole like stadium price gouging.
That's a bonus.
Yeah. But that's enough about that.
I remember that.
Well, here's this odd transition that this movie can't decide what time frame it's actually
Right.
in.
Yeah.
Geeko.
Oh.
Man. It's the weird just shoehorning in of the whole coming of age high school kid thing in this movie. It's one of the many things that's just a disaster.
Well, I mean, you rather have two things you can do. You can do Goku as like a 10-year-old child, or you do Goku as an adult. Who's
Right.
just
Yeah,
like,
and you do
neither of which is this.
Yeah. So you can do. There's actually 3 things you can do, Max. You can do those 2 things or this.
well, I mean, things you should do is what I'm saying. Oh, he's gonna do a mighty push. Everyone in this movie looks constipated as hell.
And again, more technology that doesn't make any sense because none of it is coherent.
So this movie would make more sense if it was a Final Fantasy adaptation.
No.
Hmm.
And so this scene is our villain at this point.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I watched this, I didn't realize that this wasn't a flashback until they showed another one of these scenes again, where he's flying above burning clouds, destroying stuff.
Because it's weird. This movie goes from like, oh, you're in like a downtown major city to this like thatched roof cottage
Village.
Yeah.
So that's
With a well.
Where part of my like
what age
flashback
is this?
thing
Okay.
happened. Like, did he drop the bomb and it was showing like what was happening in this location in the past?
Okay.
But that's probably giving this movie way too much credit.
Oh yeah.
James, it was a key blast.
Yeah.
Get it together, man. We'll be safe in this nothing.
Yes.
Coming for them balls, ladies.
This has a door.
All right.
Good boob window there,
Mm-hmm.
movie.
She would have been a better Major Kusanagi in Ghost in the Shell.
Still got to see that one.
Yeah.
At least, you know what? Dragon Ball does have one thing over Ghost in the Shell. It didn't create a ham-fisted reason for the main character to be a white person.
This is true.
That is, they actually changed the canon in that the story in that movie,
Yeah,
as to justify why they casted Scarlett Johansson.
There's like so many different continuities in Ghost in the Shell. I can't keep track of what's the.
I don't think any
major
of them
thing.
are that so that you could be a white person.
No, but there is. I think there's one version where like Major Kusanagi, where Madoka Kusanagi isn't even like her real name or something like that. So.
Yeah, no, I mean,
but I don't know.
That's fine, but like, you know,
We're not doing Ghost in the Shell discussion on cultural appropriation and such.
we should do that when we watch Ghost in the Shell.
I thought we weren't going to do that movie because it's too boring.
It is kind of boring.
Yeah.
This movie's boring.
Yeah, this movie's only 88 minutes.
That's why
though.
we're talking about a different movie.
Yeah.
But about that boob window, I mean, that's an anime thing too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a total anime outfit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, deny their anime. But
I don't hate
Yeah.
the Piccolo character design.
He looks like the Great Gazoo.
I didn't say it's executed well.
No, but
the design.
Yeah, I agree. I don't hate his facial makeup. His outfit looks like Power Rangers tier though.
Someone just has to say Okalip and he'll go away.
Did we just connect two cartoon universes?
We did.
Piccolo is just the Great Gazoo,
He's the evil version
the
of Great
steeped
Gazoo.
version,
This
steeped in
scene,
hatred. I'm just gonna leave it.
Subtlety? No.
everyone else is in normal clothes and he looks like a hobo.
Mm-hmm.
He's got like 4 coats
But
on.
you'll remember from the beginning of the movie, he just wants to be normal.
A normal hobo.
Yeah.
Again, look at her desk. Look at how weird her desk is. When is this?
I think it's the future because they have like tablet desks,
But
and she likes that strawberry a lot, which.
Explain to me why you went from a Steven Spielberg movie to this.
yeah,
Mimics.
I really wanted this scene to end with the professor from The Water Boy coming in and making fun of Goku.
'Cause Mama said.
Because Grandpa said.
It's like, all those teeth and no toothbrush. They got all them Namekians and no Dragon Balls.
No.
Hey guys,
Hanks.
remember, this is a
Teenage
Dragon Ball
Hanks.
movie, and
Yep.
we've got high school kids bitching about lockers.
Yes. And complaining about papers when they have tablet desks.
Yep.
That's right. Totally fine. Nobody
And
sees
a
this.
virtual teacher poster right there.
Yep.
Everyone else
Clocks
is
her in
going to
the
be
face.
furious.
Yeah.
Yep. Oops. Subtle. Walk subtle.
Everything's
Walk
fine.
subtly.
This is normal. I'm normal.
Yeah. The subtle orange and blue he's wearing throughout much of the movie is an interesting choice.
Yeah.
I don't think it really hits to the character.
Yeah, I can see what they're trying to do. Cause they're like, oh, we can't have him wearing a gi the entire time.
Right.
Well, you could if you didn't make this movie.
Yeah, if you, yeah.
You do get to see him in the gi, much like the Double Dragon movie.
Yeah, for 3 seconds at the end.
3 seconds
Oh,
at the end of the movie.
I'll be there, please like me.
Yeah. He's got a cool backpack from 2001.
Mm.
And I think that actress is actually like 30. This is one of the few times I actually laughed at this movie. I don't know. I thought it was dumb, but also funny.
Chicken feet are delicious.
Yikes. Grandpa loves his cooking, man.
Mhm.
Grandpa loves birds.
That guy's hilarious.
What? This made you laugh?
Yeah. And
He looks
then-
way worse like this, by the way.
Yeah, looks like Eric Trump.
Yeah,
He does.
Christ. Okay. I don't know. Little thing, but I thought it was funny.
I do like that they actually show Grandpa eating a chicken foot here, too.
Mhm.
Go on, Grandpa.
Yeah. Go
I've
on.
never
go
had a
on.
chicken foot, but I would like to try one.
We're good.
Special artifacts.
Yeah.
She's gonna dig me now.
Chicks love artifacts.
Right.
Mhm.
So, did Grandpa tell him he couldn't go to the party, or did he just
No,
like,
I think he just
not
didn't tell him.
Grandpa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Goku's a jerk.
Goku is a betrayer of the Gramps before Tramps.
Right.
You're not a nice man, Goku.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Also,
boy,
what
apparently.
has happened to your outfit?
Why does everyone have Goku hair also?
Because it's the future.
No, it's not the future. Nothing about this tells you it's the future. They just have weird stuff.
Yeah. I just want to lure people on my own.
Yeah.
Just walk away.
Whatever.
Leave
Biff
the
Jr.
oil, leave the gas, and just walk away.
Ugh.
Oh, sick burn.
Yeah.
Me and my hair won't stand for this.
He's got like a pseudo mullet. You notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has Sonic the Hedgehog hair.
Right now, he looks like a cross between Elijah Wood and frickin' oh my God, Michael J. Fox in his younger years. That's
You
what
know-
he looks like to me.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
Nobody calls me. Yeah, this is totally like a nobody calls me chicken thing.
Right.
With better reflexes.
Yep. Biff Jr. over here. Nice.
I don't mind the choreography in this scene.
No,
Yeah.
neither do
It's
I.
all right.
I could
That's
do
actually
without
de-
the gratuitous slow-mo.
Yes, the slow-mo is not necessarily, but there's relatively okay wire work in this.
Mhm.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
It's
Very
you know,
obvious when there's a stunt double.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's always enjoyable to watch the jerks just
That
do things like that.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Got anyone else I can beat up?
Not beat up, yeah.
Show me what you got.
What is that hand motion?
Yeah.
This seems
Scary.
like
An overreaction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The casual lay down there.
I'm surprised
That's
his hair
weird.
didn't cut into that roof.
Yes. Give it a moonroof.
He really wants to be Spider-Man.
McFly.
right?
Yeah.
Oh my kidneys.
That's probably like why I like the scene. This is totally like something you would find in a Spider-Man movie. Like that is what Peter Parker would do. He'd just be like, oh, I can't punch you because I'll break all your bones.
That scene, the way that scene ends, though, really bothers me. Why do all the tires on the car explode? That's completely.
You're looking
unnecessary.
for reasoning in this movie over a car.
No,
Out of all the things.
What I'm saying is they have a good scene that's fun,
Yeah.
and then they top it. They just go too far. Where the rest of
Okay.
the movie is just poorly executed.
Yeah.
That one is actually kind of an easy fix.
Yeah, I suppose. But what you
So
gonna do?
much alike. You have pointy hair too, not on your head.
I also have birthdays.
Yeah.
So after plowing through that terrible, terrible highball, we're on to now some actual beer. This is the Weizen from the Matsushima Brewing Company. Matsushima is one of the most scenic places in Japan, apparently. It's about 40 miles north of Sendai. It's kind of like a seaside, New Englishy kind of town.
Okay.
So
this is not bad. I'm okay with this. It has a Weizen flavor, and then it finishes and tastes like a Hefeweizen, actually.
yeah, I'm enjoying this. I really like the aroma of this.
Yeah.
It's good. Good beer.
This is
This is A+. I like this.
Yeah, this is definitely.
Poor Grandpa.
It's in a cute little bottle can too.
Yeah, I'm down with this.
Yeah.
Butter can.
So
Everyone knows that evil disturbs your blinds.
Evil blinds. Ooh, that's an anime scene right there too.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Stick?
Yeah.
She has digital ninja stars for some reason.
Yep.
Whoosh. Grandpa rules. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh look, he escaped.
Somehow.
Ow.
Right. Pick out.
Don't Don't worry about it. The horrible bad guy is around somewhere.
Right.
And he has the force.
Mm-hmm.
I did appreciate that they got his voice very close to the
Yeah.
the American
It sounds a little bit
voice
like
of
Piccolo.
Piccolo,
Yeah.
which is I think a very badass sounding voice overall.
Yeah. He's got that deep, gravelly voice, kind of
Yeah.
like this. Man, that house would probably still go for like $300,000 in this housing market.
Yeah, probably. Just needs love in the notes.
It's a
Hey.
weird cut.
Hey, did your grandpa just die too?
Yeah. All of what happens here doesn't have anything to do with his grandpa. Like, why would the Dragon Ball care?
That's a good question. That's actually a very good question.
Maybe they're just responding to Piccolo's use of power.
Okay, I'll buy that. I can buy that.
No, I paid the movie a compliment. You forget that right now.
Okay, all right. I'll diffuse your idea. Why didn't anything happen when he blew up that town?
Maybe it did, and Goku
Because it
didn't
was
have
at
the ball
daytime.
on
They
him.
couldn't see the flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could go an extra length. Say it might have to do with the moon.
Yeah, but the moon blew up its own. Moon got all green.
Well, doesn't he turn into a monkey when the moon's full or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until they cut his tail off, right?
Yep.
Yeah. There we go. Grandpa
Are
Lee.
they in a giant litter box?
Yeah. No, they're in the.
Let me die in my Zen garden. I'll be so peaceful.
Yeah, they're in the past now.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa lives in the past.
This is the future past.
Yeah.
We're at now.
Back to the present future. It's a secret.
I like that he has to look at it. Is it safe? I don't know. Let me look at it. real
Yeah.
quick.
I couldn't just feel the giant pool ball sized thing in my pocket.
Yeah.
His
How? Oh.
Yep. Don't worry about it.
He has a guitar pick for facial hair on his
He
chin.
does.
This old guy seems cool though. I feel like I'd want to go drinking with this guy in Japan.
I'm okay with.
Yep.
I'm okay
To
with Grandpa.
Nami Hodai with him.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be putting his tie around his forehead. Be carried out of the bar
yeah.
while wearing a suit. These are all things I saw not too long ago.
Oh yeah, it's so fun. Japan is so fun. I really like this beer, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
This
more
is a good one.
dinosaur eggs there too, by the way.
Yep. No, they're those Brox Rocks candies.
Those are delicious. or the trolley eggs. Those are even better.
Those are what they are now.
Mm.
Those are okay.
Trolley eggs.
I wonder how many more grandpas I can get killed today. Okay. 7 stones.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought those stones were all going to turn out to be Dragon Balls. Like, secretly, they're Dragon Balls
yeah.
or whatever.
Like some touching scene at the end of the movie.
Like,
he'd
cry
cry onto them
yeah,
and they turn
just,
into
like,
Dragon Balls.
transform or something like that.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, there's the dinner. Those aren't squabs. Those are dinosaurs from his garden.
Yeah.
Dinosquabs.
Squabosaurs. They have soccer in this world, which I'm okay with.
Yeah. Went to a soccer game. The crowd was well behaved.
In Japan?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. They only had 2 policemen in front of the fan section.
I believe it. I felt very safe everywhere I went in Japan.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I walked around by myself, not knowing any Japanese, and went down some back alleys at one point, and was perfectly okay.
So him kind of going through the refuse of the house here, this is drawn on way too long.
It's a very slow scene.
We get it. The place is busted.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
And more white people show up. That's what he's concerned about.
Yeah. Honkies be trespassing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
In this whole movie.
Yeah, he's like, I'm the only white guy that should be here. Isn't it like a wind instrument?
Yes, it is a very small flute.
Yeah.
We can't give her blue hair, but one
Right.
extension.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's totally cool.
Yep.
This is so bad. I'm going to give you my entire backstory as I lay here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is actually, anime scene at this point.
Right.
Mhm.
Needs more speed lines in the shot.
Yeah, it does.
You know it by a different name.
Yeah.
Her facial reaction's not as ridiculous to be an actual anime scene.
That is true.
Like her eyes go blank,
Mhm.
wide.
Yeah. But them, whispering, loud whispering at each
Yeah.
other.
Oh man,
Their stories.
her
Yeah.
makeup is like what's the character's name from the Drew Carey show, the fat chick? Is
Mimi.
it Mimi. Yep, she looks like Mimi.
The blue eyeshadow.
Yep.
Yep. All right, Mimi.
Yeah. Mimi's Capsule Corporation.
I mean, you're in that face scan.
Somebody stole the internet.
Yeah. That person looks exactly like Goku, by the way, that she
Yep.
saw and shot at. Did you like the little toss in that she's from the Capsule Corporation?
Yes,
Ryan?
I did.
Mm.
I'm not Ryan, but yes, I did.
You can be Ryan if you want.
Oh no,
For a little bit. I don't recommend an extended stay in that existence, but as an electromagnetic compatibility engineer, statements like that always rub me wrong.
I'm glad that she put it on a Super Game & Watch from 1989.
Applied dynamics. That's not a thing. I'm fairly certain that's not a thing.
I don't know. You don't seem awfully dynamic to me right now.
You
Show
should
me your
apply
dynamics.
yourself some more, Max.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Apply yourself
It's a
dynamically.
beautiful day outside, and I'm sitting in a basement drinking Japanese beer and watching a shitty movie. I think I'm applying myself just enough.
It's not a good
We're
movie.
still in this fucking broken ass house.
Yep, by the way. Nothing's happened so far, by the way.
No, they're just expositioning off.
Yep. For a
Plot,
movie...
plot. Yes, plot.
To be fair, this is modeling the Dragon Ball Z storylines.
You don't
very
need
well,
filler in the
Like,
movie.
Will Goku and Bulma set out to find the Dragon Balls and stop the evil Piccolo? Find out next week.
There's actually an episode that focuses on grocery shopping. I'm not kidding.
There's the weird filler episodes in that show where Goku and Piccolo learn how to drive.
Yeah.
So that looks good until it gets to where it's becoming an actual bike.
Yeah, when you can see what it's trying to become.
But the very beginning sequence actually looks pretty decent, and I think it's just because it's too small to look terrible.
That's
And also
probably
because it's turning into a fucking tricycle.
right.
That's also why it looks terrible.
Yeah. I like that these roads are apparently spaced so close together that you can't tell what would possibly be built there.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's one of the things I noticed in Japan. The roads are very, very narrow. Apparently, Michigan, where we all live, has the widest lanes per one lane. So it was the roads were super, super narrow over there.
No, what I'm saying is that the roads themselves are really, really closely spaced together, not the lanes. The back road back there is very close to this road.
Oh.
For a large city. Also, I believe the street signs for each side of the street say 5th on one side and 4th on the other, which is not how roads work.
It's the future of. It's future Japan.
You can't handle future roads, James.
Yeah, future Japanese roads, not for James.
They have not said we're in Japan.
When the people, according to the subtitles, when that village got blown up, it was speaking Japanese.
He does have an airship. And as we know, and from Final Fantasy, you can only travel the world map once you get on an airship.
And that just says future Japan.
How is this not the most conspicuous home on the planet?
Yeah.
Well, I did like the little nod of like, oh, Master Roshi, he lives on an island in the middle of the ocean. So they have a little island in the middle of a city thing.
And
like,
it's a nod to the like stuff in China where they what are they squatter houses? I can't remember the exact term for them, but they're people who refuse to move out of their house, and so they just like build roads around their house and and stuff.
I miss my beer. It's gone.
It was a good beer.
Yeah, this was a good beer. Very good aroma. I think that's the thing I like the most about it.
Yeah.
Very banana-y.
Yes, agreed.
A Bananarama.
Bananarama. Yeah, if there's any chance of finding that one locally.
Oh yeah, I
probably.
I found this in a little like gift shop, like a little gift set. I mean, so it was way too expensive for like all the beer that I got from it, but it was definitely like, ooh, I need to bring this back for the podcast.
Slow-mo.
Oh Jesus. Dave.
He's more attentive than a shopkeeper in a Japanese RPG.
Yeah. Bad wire work.
This is as bad as most fights in Iron Fist.
Oh, I'm not watching that show.
It's not good, unfortunately. The rest of Marvel's shows are great on Netflix, but Iron Fist is very bad.
I still go by the argument that they never should have gone to 13 episodes for a season.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, as in most things, if you can do it well, do it well. But if you can't, know your limits.
Well, that's the complaint about every season of every show that's gone to 13. Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage. It's always like you get to like 8 and then it just stops.
That's so poor.
They watched The Matrix and just really wanted to continue doing that.
And didn't do it as well. Not even close.
Nope.
All right, strange lady with the eye makeup.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
No. Yes. Knock her out of the movie, please.
Yep.
So... hasn't he been in Oscar-nominated movies?
Yes.
Chow Yun-Fat, I mean?
Yes.
Not Justin Chatwin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Giant Fat has been in Oscar-nominated stuff.
But he wasn't in Suicide Squad.
No.
I do like that, just like ridiculous, like, yeah.
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 It looks like she's got blue rope in her hair.
Yes, it does. She's just from the 80s, Ryan.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is.
80s capsule core.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So,
And
if more of the movie was ridiculous like Roshi...
Yeah. If he had that giant beard.
Well, not like just overall, more of the movie took a lot of the like fun that Dragon Ball actually has in it.
Yeah.
And which it's weird because I think a lot of that, at least in the world building, because in... Again, sorry, Max, but in the Dragon Ball show, there's a lot of other species other than humans on the
Isn't
show.
there like pig people and stuff?
There's a lot of anthropomorphic stuff in there, yeah, like cat people and fox people and all this other stuff. And I think that would add to the goofiness on that Roshi has, but it's nowhere in here.
Yeah, I just think. Oh, go ahead.
No, that's fine. You hang up.
No, yeah. I just think in a movie like this where the idea is in and of itself kind of ridiculous, that the more you come with it, the
Sorry, go on. Like watching this, I'm like, okay, he doesn't look anything like Master Roshi, but his character and personality is Master Roshi.
Right.
He's got no beard, but he's a big perv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just really eccentric.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it's just like we've talked about that a lot of movies in these adaptations refuse to really lean into the source material.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the ones that do are the ones that typically come out the best.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Flintstones, great example.
Really leaned into it.
Yep.
And had fun.
Well, that had a big budget behind it.
Of course.
Yeah. But I mean, what was the budget for this movie? Did we look it up?
I did not.
Whatever it was, it doesn't appear to have achieved much.
No.
Yeah.
It's real
No.
bad overall, which, I mean, it sucks because for a show that's known for its action sequences and the scale involved in the action sequences, it never comes anywhere close in this movie to having that sort of visceral feeling on just a real big scale. Just nothing like that, not even close.
Yeah. Yep. Like a movie like this, to just really get into the source material, should just start in the middle of a fight.
Yeah.
Right.
$30 million was the budget for this movie. Made 57.5. So
That's a really small budget.
I am surprised by how small a budget this has. But there's only like 5 sets.
Yeah. That's. I mean, I'll say this for the movie: they did a lot with $30 million.
I was expecting like at least 60.
Yeah, they did a lot with $30 million. That doesn't look bad from this far away.
No. Still bad.
That's the thing.
Not just
So-
as bad.
So, James, one of your comments on that airship
Yep.
is that it doesn't match aesthetically with any of the other like technology poles this movie takes. And I agree, but that's another thing in the show. There was a lot of variety in different sets of technologies in different areas, but yeah, it doesn't make sense in the movie.
No.
Brooding alien.
This
Brew.
I do like the evil idea here, like much easier to find without all the water.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, thanks.
That's super hammy villain.
Yeah, it is. This is a fun scene. I'm okay with this.
Mm-hmm.
I like his hat.
There's something really charming about his bad English. Ooh,
We're not doing Avatar.
That
Stop
was
talking
weird.
about airbending.
Maybe. There's no way Airbender is as bad as this movie. It can't be.
It's pretty bad.
It can't be even close to this. There's
Pretty bad.
It
I
won a lot of
refuse
Razzies.
to
Like,
believe it.
all the Razzies. All right, let's go on to our next beer now.
Move it, mule boy.
So to kind of speak to the fact that there's different locations and stuff in the show, this seems so weird because they're so sudden and just completely different from each other.
Yeah, just abrupt transitions with zero contextual clues as to where they are, where they've been.
Yeah.
Apparently, Goku has super strength.
Yeah, sometimes.
So we are on now. Blah, blah, blah. We are
Yeah,
now
blah.
on to the Hells by Matsushima Brewing Company, and like the last one, nice aroma, but this one's kind of it's flat as far as the taste goes. There's nothing remarkable about it. It's not bad. It's not good. If someone offered it to me, I would have it, but I'm not going to be happy about it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say it has even an unremarkable taste. I'd argue that it has no taste.
Having another sip of it, yeah.
It's super
It
bland.
just tastes grainy.
And there's no character to this.
Yeah, there's nothing here. I'm glad that Chi-Chi apparently forgot to zip up her shirt in this scene.
Oh, why would you?
It just,
You gotta stay
wow,
limber.
yeah, it does go up further. I did not notice that.
It's a ridiculous costuming choice.
Yeah, like if that zipper wasn't there, I think that'd be a believable like sports bra-y fighty top thing.
We all know that that anime fans are only males and they're all nerds and they love boobs. So,
Have you watched
we're gonna-
Evangelion?
Right.
So much fan service.
Not accurate, by the way.
So much what?
Fan service.
Oh yeah. No, I mean it's just one of those things where like
Yeah.
that's not a actual thing anyone would use like that. Like oftentimes those like garments have those kinds of things on them, but they're not operational.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Oof.
no, I don't need to know about your key.
TMI Roshi.
Yeah.
Montage.
That face.
Yeah.
What
doing a mighty
terrible
push.
face.
Everyone in this movie looks constipated.
Poop into the sky.
Yep.
She looks terrible right there.
Yep.
Yeah. That's some fucking gross green screen.
Yeah.
man from my hand. He's
Might
like, oh
make
shit, it was a
you
Dragon Ball.
really hungover.
Yeah.
Knocks it into the field.
I do like this right here. This did make me laugh. The tongue thing is what made me laugh. I was like, all right.
This is such bad green screen.
Yeah.
This feels like a... Oh,
Ooh,
God.
boy. It feels like one of those rides at like Universal Studios when you're on the shaky cart in front of the movie screen.
Yeah. It also feels like a trailer moment right there.
Yeah.
With the music in the background and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross. And then this guy.
Yeah.
I do like this casting. For what they're trying to do with the character.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that his actual voice? Yamcha?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
It sounds a lot like him.
I guess let me ask that differently. Is that the actor's real voice that we're seeing here? Or is he dubbed the whole time?
No, that's more research that I want to do about this movie.
Fair. Candy? No, that's just Snickers. Yo, Joe. Bandits do have the best ladders.
They do. Yep.
Yeah.
I did like that scene where he's just like, yeah.
I'm a dick.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'll say about like Yamcha. Like they got his character. Yamcha's like, from what I recall about the character, he's been a dick. That's his character. He's a dick.
He's kind of a dick.
And this guy
more so
is a
initially.
dick.
Yeah, more so initially than later on, but definitely a dick.
They gave her chopsticks. That's how you know this is authentic.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
More exposition time.
That we don't need.
No. That
How did he get out?
Working.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like that they don't even bother with it either.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, he escaped, whatever. Look, you need a movie.
They'll go over that in the sequel.
Yeah.
Probably.
Do you think that Emmy Rossum like accidentally walked onto this set and they were just like, "Hey, while you're here, we'll pay you some money if you act real quick."
Yeah. Here's this gun. Here's some really tight clothing.
Yep.
Yell at this teenager.
Yeah.
Gesture menacingly with it.
Oh, I thought there was going to be an alligator up there. Or a crocodile.
Crikey.
That's not a croc.
This is a croc. It's a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Too bad they're not listening to Alice in Chains. Down and out.
His lines do sound like Snack McKenzie's overdubbed lines.
Yeah. From whatchamacallit?
From Deep Rising.
Deep Rising, yeah.
You mean Snack McElroy?
Snack McElroy. Yeah.
Drunk Boots Sinclair.
Yep.
That's code for take a derp.
Yeah. I'm not okay with him calling him Roche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's known the guy for like 7 hours.
Yeah. That's more like what I think like Yamcha or the other like supporting cast members would call him.
Come on.
Yeah.
He sounds like the announcer from a Street Fighter game.
Yeah.
The final match, the drill against the wall.
Roshi the mathematician.
Yeah. That's a sick burn, Roshi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Math burn.
I it's weird that Yamcha has some like Warhammer level drills. In
Yeah.
In his
Hey
motorbike.
Benny, screw you.
Yeah.
That's all I thought of. This terrible dye job.
TV doesn't happen at night.
Roshi, where'd you get that candy? You need to share it with everyone.
It's a good thing that he drilled exactly into the location that would open this whole cave.
Right?
Yeah. First I was like, why are they going through a wall? But
Half bandit, half geologist. Whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
those are called archaeologists.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
They're called grave robbers.
with my boob window. Disrupt
The Great Gazoo demands it.
Piccolo gotta get his fix. I thought this was going to result in the Cybermen from the... Well, it kind of does, actually. That's right. I remember now.
Your DBZ references are lost on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no, I'm running in circles. That's not an accurate thing. The Cybermen are not from Piccolo. They're from when Vegeta and Nappa show up.
Oh, the little green dudes.
Yeah, little green bras.
Okay.
I thought that's what we were talking about, but I had no idea what they were called.
So that machine pulls the blood out of him into vials that somehow go somewhere else, even though they're not connected to anything?
Yep. Magic science, future technology from space. That's how that plane thing works.
Yeah.
And now we're in lava world.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a big-ass cavern they're in.
Yeah.
Find balls, get profit, dog. That's the whole plan.
Yeah. You're skipping the question mark part, dude.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Nope.
I'm terrible at
actually, if
electronics.
if your clock's running, your electronics get too hot, they can wig out. It's not a direct EMI interference, but it could be a result.
Well, I think more or less what it is.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there you go. More or less, if it was so hot as to affect the electronics, they'd
all be dead.
They'd all be dead. Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm not disputing that.
Oh, air cannons.
Oh no,
it's putties.
It's putties. Yeah, they have to fight some putties on the aggro crag.
I will argue this is one of the worst scenes in the movie. It's very hard to tell what is going on. The definition is poor. There's so many cuts.
The baddies are the same color
as
texture
the background
and as the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you never see one full in frame.
Yeah.
Right.
That they just happen to be at the exact location that can kill the bad guys too.
Yeah.
It's kind of horrific for those guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a grim death.
Yeah.
The camera work is so stupid.
Yeah.
The CGI is just terrible as well.
Making a bridge.
Now, that scene, as bad as the CGI looks, they actually do a decent job right here where it looks like he's throwing things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, they must have had him throwing some, like, green screen
like a sack of rice or something.
Or something like that, because his body weight is shifting. Like he's hurling those things, as opposed to just, like, the patting on the head of... Yeah.
Yep.
A sack of Gohan, if you will.
Oh, look at Ryan busting out some Japanese.
It's the lamest game of Frogger ever.
Floor is hot lava.
Yeah, floor. And he climbs up what is assumed to be a mountain of bad guys.
Yep.
Because they look all the same.
You made a reference to fighting on the aggro crag. I went to college with someone who was on Guts.
Did you?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they won.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just hurls it into the lava because the scene's so bad.
Yeah.
What? Where? Why?
Yeah.
Hallucinating too hard.
If she could just go get it, why didn't she just go get it?
They wanted to disrupt them.
Just kick her into the lava.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Gratuitous
We've
snatching
served our
sound
purpose.
effect.
Now we will disintegrate.
Yep. See, I assumed when they first showed that he was going to be like, oh, look, he's trapped on the other side because the other guy's melted. Not like, oh, hey, now they're melted and he's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. He's a real sunny fella right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why
so
does he
here's
care
where
about...
the plot starts to make not sense. Because it was in the exposition dump throughout the movie. It's like, Piccolo's the master, and Uzaru is the disciple. And it's like, why is the master trying to free the disciple? That makes zero sense.
Yep.
Do you think it'd be the other way around? Bum, 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 mystery.
And then it even makes less sense later when they reveal who Uzaru actually is.
Yeah.
Also, why does he care about Yamcha at this point?
Right.
He likes his drill skills.
Yeah. Just beat him at Scrabble.
For a movie that's generally bad at everything, the lighting in all of this is very bad and unconvincing in this scene with the volcano.
Oh, it's Revenge of the Sith levels of lighting.
Oh boy.
That's next on my list of Star Wars movies to watch, actually.
Why?
Because Kayla hasn't seen the original 3.
You don't.
Not in a long time.
You mean the prequels?
Well, yeah, that's what I meant in the prequels, yes.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
You just don't need to.
That's accurate.
At least they gave us some context as to where this is supposed to be.
Hey, guys, look. It's Winston from Ghostbusters. I'm not kidding.
Is that really who it is?
That's Ernie Hudson.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
How did he end up in this?
Yeah. This is weird.
Huh. That is
Yeah.
blowing my mind there.
Yeah, same
Because
thing.
I'm
I was
this
like,
guy
wait,
looks familiar from something.
no
but
fucking way.
I like his white eyebrows.
Yeah. I mean, granted, he looks like a badass, actually.
he does.
Yeah.
He's like a big dude.
Yeah. Also, if you haven't seen the new Ghostbusters, I liked it.
Good movie.
Endorsed.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Had fun.
Holtzman was best.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
More Holtzman, more Penny? Patty. More Patty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The only I'm not a big fan of Melissa McCarthy. So
Neither am I, and I
the
thought
very
Kristen
Melissa
Wiig's-
McCarthy scenes were not my thing.
Yeah, Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy. I say were the two bigger stars for that movie.
Yeah.
But they're the least interesting.
They were the
Yes.
least interesting of the. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, watch Spy with Melissa McCarthy and Jason Statham. Excellent movie. Same director.
It's convenient that she's having a tournament in the exact city that they have to go to.
Right.
I like how bright and colorful this scene is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice.
It's
a
vibrant.
nice change from the last 15 minutes of
Yeah,
lava
just-
underwater.
Yeah, the muted.
Yeah.
I'm just black, brown,
Yeah.
and weird red.
Because she had to cut you. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The that scene, this continuing scene actually reminds me of some of the other fight scenes in the show when they go to like the tournaments or whatever.
Yeah.
They kind of have everything that looks this way.
Many conflicts are tournament based.
Yep.
Yeah, and just the tight crowd and the smaller arena and everything. It's I don't know if they're trying to call back to that, but
That's what I
got
feel
that.
like they're
Yeah, I
trying to
think so.
do.
And actually,
Because you have the people like in regular street clothes, then you have like the people in monk robes or
Mhm.
gis.
Yeah.
So it very feels like a that kind of thing.
Yeah,
And here we have like a very lame Blade Runner pan.
Well, the one thing that I will appreciate about this scene is the exact same thing that you just said, Max, is that if you're going to have a world that has all these like different things interacting with each other, you really have to have them all interacting with each other at once.
Yeah.
So they at least try to do that here. If the rest of the movie had this aesthetic
Mm-hmm.
of things mixing, I think
It'd
the world
benefit.
would be a lot more convincing.
Mm-hmm. Just it's expensive to do that if you're not Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
this romance that began yesterday.
Yeah.
Chicken the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your in starts sticking. Oh yeah, I still have my balls.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, everybody, we've still got our balls.
So top knot is an interesting choice for hair for her.
Yeah, it's not a great one, but
No.
it's interesting, I guess.
Yamcha can do math.
Yeah. We're just going to do Tai Chi the night before.
Mhm. What is that look on Goku's face?
Constipation.
Yeah.
No, it's
His
it's
key's all,
sleep. That's that look.
he's all sleepy.
Studying
He,
for an
along with the rest
exam.
of the
audience
is
at this
trying
point?
not to fall asleep.
Yeah, this is right about the time where I'm like, oh god, there's still like a good half an hour left of this thing.
What the hell? Kamehameha.
As the guy from the
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
that actually has King Kamehameha.
Yeah, I was gonna say
This-
like that's not how you pronounce that.
That is very, very, very frustrating to see that's how that's there. But I'd imagine that this is probably the more closely accurate pronunciation to what might be a Chinese or Japanese sequence of words,
Maybe.
because the Hawaiian one obviously is a single word.
Mm-hmm.
This is how a warrior applies deodorant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Degree for warriors.
Do you think they showed that to him and he was just like, "Are you serious?"
Yes, like what? Yeah. Why?
When this training happens, it's interesting that Grandpa was like, "I know you're the chosen one," basically, but didn't bother to teach him any of this.
No.
Instead, they played on the laundry drying racks.
I promise to teach you these things, so long as you don't leave me to die alone by alien.
Deodorant.
And I'll get this side. Yeah.
You
don't want a smelly weenus.
He's vaping with his chi.
He's got a secret and he can't tell anybody.
Just
tried it
this
once.
Is how,
it was
this
terrible.
is how you vogue in Japan.
Get it together, Marty. What's that face?
So when they showed up here, I was wondering if they were going to do a play on the whole Goku trains for 1,000 years.
Yeah, in the time chamber.
In the time chamber kind of deal.
Oh yeah, that
where this was kind of a temple that time moved slower or something and gave him a little more to go with it. I'm not surprised they didn't do that, but I thought it would have been a nice nod.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one with my balls.
And one, yeah.
Well, basically, what happens next? He's gonna start to do a Kamehameha with his dick.
Yeah.
Kamehameha.
Yeah. And that's the court mandated distance.
Right. The minimum. This is just some super painful, Dawson's Creek bullshit going on right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Where it devolves back into the high school thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's an acoustic guitar playing over this scene.
Yep.
Oh. Just needs the promise of a little action.
Oh, and it goes with that uppity dun, 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 dun,
Keep
background music.
going.
There you go. Now, I don't think that the energy blasts that they're doing here look terrible.
No, I mean, it's 2009, so they've got that kind of CGI down pat by this point.
Yeah, it looks decent.
It's aged well.
Yeah.
It's better than the insertion of 6 all-white frames as a fireball from the Street Fighter movie.
That is true.
Yeah.
Aw.
I swear this never happens.
Oh, snap.
Are you gonna argue with this body boy?
Yeah. This scene goes on so long.
Yep.
Yeah, like me just standing here not doing anything.
Yeah.
Use that as an example.
Yep.
And
Regular bowel
Oh.
movements.
Oh, the
Regular bowel
deodorant.
movements.
Oh, he didn't do the deodorant thing.
no.
All right. That's how one achieves
There
mastery
you
of key. Forget deodorant.
Yeah, I can light candles. How about that?
Yeah.
Ooh. Well.
And then they got to show it.
Yep. They could have. I think they could have just saw him do the movement and then faded out. They didn't have to be like, "Oh, he did it."
Yeah. Men chanting in a foreign language is really ethnocentric Amazon subtitles.
Yep. I don't know if those are supposed to be the guys who originally trapped him, because I think Roshi's one of the people who did. So Roshi's probably thousands of years old.
Well, he says that using the container will drain all of your life forces. So
Right.
I'm assuming they're all dead. But I don't know because nothing in this movie makes any sense.
No. But we'll get to the ultimate. This makes no sense in 5 or 10 minutes.
Yep.
Woo.
I know of you. We have not shared a scene before.
Yeah.
But I know your name.
And
Or
do it now.
just got finished doing.
What are you doing out here?
Why are you so tense?
Yeah.
Why is he so smug?
No curfews in the temple.
Yeah.
I don't think
Uh-oh.
he was the one with something in him.
Yeah.
No, I was in your room.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
I was
no.
in my room? Wait, you were in her room?
So we've now moved on to our last of our Japanese beers. This is the Dunkel from Matsushima Brewing. It's got a nice, actually sour, little bit of a taste.
Yeah, it doesn't smell sour at all.
No, it's got again, very nice aroma. That's the thing I'll say about these beers. I very much have enjoyed the aromas they have. Even that, the Hells.
Mm-hmm.
Hells was by far like the worst of the three beers we had today. Well, not worst, but blandest of the three. But
Well,
it had nice.
You are correct. They were the worst of the 3 beers we had today because the first thing we drank
Wasn't a beer. Yeah.
It was just rubbing alcohol that someone sprayed some Lysol into.
Some lemon zest. But
Yeah, again, like you said, the aroma is super pleasant. The beer's okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I actually think it's overcarbonated.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things I noticed when I was in Japan, like I would get a bottle of pop from the vending machine or whatever, is the stuff was super carbonated. Like there was a definitive like pop, like when you open it, as opposed to that fizz. So. Oops.
She scars really fast again.
Mm-hmm.
She heals via chi or something.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, her and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of healing.
Yeah. She was doing the splits for a good 6 days.
Yeah. That's a good transition.
That was, yeah.
It's a really good transition.
And then that looked
That looks
bad.
amazingly bad.
Yep.
That was like Windows 98 screensaver bad.
Yeah.
Leaping over the wall. Go get Winston. Hunt ghosts.
Yeah. The
Oh,
sucking
farts,
in
welcome
is
back.
very important here.
So the same deodorant technique.
Freshness.
Yeah.
Oh god, he's going into a Zack Snyder dream sequence.
Yeah. Oh no. Martha.
It's got the same blue filter on it.
Does. Martha.
What's with the face, man? Fix that.
Wait, he was back on the ground even though he had just stood
Yeah,
up.
he just stood up. Some bad continuity.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa, wow. Grandpa Jesus?
So this would be an incredible revelation that he would come back with, that the afterlife actually exists.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's the lead they hire and they have hidden in this movie.
Yeah.
That Goku proves the afterlife exists.
Right. And tells
Well,
no one.
Yeah. I don't ever remember the Kamehameha healing someone.
It's
Nope.
not a thing it does.
No, it's not. It's the most destructive thing that they possibly do in the show.
Yeah, well, on a regular basis.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I can conveniently find his airship now.
Right. They're my favorite band.
Yeah. Who is Shen Long?
The dragon.
Oh, right. Okay.
I think they might have mentioned it before.
I don't remember them mentioning
You know,
it.
it's too bad Chi-Chi wasn't wearing her combat lingerie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that actually a thing from the show?
It contains a class 4 vapor in that vase. Wait, what?
Combat lingerie? I don't
No.
know. I'm maybe in Kill la Kill that probably would be a thing, but I don't know.
He's like, thank God I'm done with this.
Oh, I'm getting too old for this.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's not quite done. He's just that tall.
Yep.
Cool car.
Maybe the men chanted
H3.
foreign language is supposed to be because it's not a real language, so that
Anybody can hear
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
That's giving this movie way too much credit.
I know. That's twice now.
Oh gosh.
Stop me
Look
now.
at that terrible, terrible background.
Hey, look, they're fighting on Krypton.
Like I said, Zack Snyder.
And Piccolo also has like kryptonite or Kryptonian battle armor on if you look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That or some very some black spray painted Lord Zed costume.
I really just want to smell this beer for the rest of the movie.
It's got a good beer air freshener.
It's a really good smell.
Mm-hmm.
Good beer aroma.
I was going to buy you a bag of malts for your birthday.
I was kind of just wanting, like, the caramel smell that this has is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It tastes a little watered down.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
thin.
It's thin and it's overcarbonated. And I'm wondering if the overcarbonation is part of what makes it feel thin, because you're not getting as much like liquid as you're expecting.
Yeah.
Piccolo's
terrible.
Awkwardly keeping his arms at attention the whole time, like right at his sides while all that's shaking.
I refuse to
really
believe that ATV can go 180 miles an hour.
Yeah. No,
Commence ball sequence.
Yeah. I actually don't think the Dragon Balls look terrible in that scene right there.
They look all right.
That looks amazingly terrible.
Yeah, such bad CGI.
And it might just be that I've become used to the fact that there is horrible, horrible CGI in this. So the stuff that looks mediocre looks good.
Right.
Yeah.
But thanks.
I'm having a problem here.
Whee! Good thing you hit all that styrofoam.
Yeah. Good work, Goku. You're killing all the old folks.
Yeah.
He already got one old folk killed.
Yeah.
Only a coffin.
Ugh, let me change my costume.
Yeah, why is it necessary right now?
He's got to fulfill Grandpa's quest,
Mm-hmm.
which is like Fester's quest, but less bald.
I guess.
Hurry, female assassin lady who has no name. Collect all the Dragon Balls again.
I appreciate that he has poofy pants, that he
Right.
actually is wearing pantaloons.
Yeah.
As a callback to the character. His chamber pod is over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's really got to go.
Spittoon.
The outfit doesn't look terrible.
No, it doesn't. It looks terrible on a skinny white kid.
Yeah.
It does.
There are a lot of fan-made Dragon Ball Z trailers and shorts on YouTube that are quite excellent if anyone ever gets a chance to check them out. Oh no. The reveal.
Yeah.
The blood eclipses.
Bum, bum, bum.
The enemy is me?
Yeah. The enemy is coming from inside the house.
That's not true.
Yeah.
That's impossible. Look, he's trying to pass a kidney stone.
Yeah.
A shell of a good guy.
Yeah.
That's the best face he's given so far.
So Piccolo was thousands of years ago. Then Goku traveled to the future as a child baby and crash landed in a meteor on Earth because reasons.
Oh,
Piccolo,
this is so bad.
So bad CGI.
After Piccolo was trapped also on Earth, presumably?
Somehow, yeah.
So he's just a were-monkey?
Yeah.
Yep. God, looks so bad.
Yep.
I feel like this character doesn't have a consistent scale in this movie.
Yeah, he's huge
like,
in some
and
instances. He has like
just kind of big
Hulk
in other
quality
shots.
clothing that stretches with him.
Right.
Yeah. I guess when you are a monkey demon. The spinning on his butt scene is so bad.
He's getting flushed into the urn.
Slow motion catch.
Yep, more slow.
All right, this movie's coming in at like 78 minutes. What can we do to pad it?
Right.
Yeah.
No
Take
trade,
one.
no trade backsies.
Yeah.
One gun. Take one gun.
We couldn't have done this exchange, standing next to each other.
Yep. There's where his scale changes.
Right.
That you're talking about, Ryan. Now he's just Harry from Harry and the Hendersons.
Go on!
Or Bigfoot from Into the Wilderness.
Mm.
Ooh, MST3K.
Ow.
Piccolo looks like a action figure when he lands on the ground right there.
Yeah, he does the superhero pose.
No. Right there when he falls on his back. It looks like a tiny little finger.
Oh. Now he's huge.
Yep.
Protect my Dragon Balls.
That cut is so bad.
Yeah, this is...
To defeat you in the past, we turned you into a baby.
Yeah.
What? I get the crying thing again? The sweat?
None of this makes sense.
Monkey Man sad!
Yeah.
Monkey Man choke.
Now she has just a gun that shoots bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As before
She
she
should
had
have
the
a gun
magic,
that shoots ninja stars.
magic poofy gun. That looks like stop motion animation.
Yeah.
Yep.
And not even good.
No. The Jason and the Argonauts guys are upset that they made
Yeah.
that
Right.
stuff look terrible.
Harryhausen is
Yeah.
Turning
rolling
in
in
his
his grave.
That's
Pass that stone.
Yeah. Over
Oh god,
over
that's so
Roshi's
good.
body, there's really a weird theme for him to be like gesturing back and forth, grunting
just
loudly.
undulating and
His pants look weird. They're like super
pants.
bad. They're like he's wearing Jenkos.
Yeah. For a fireball throwing scene, this actually has relatively decent choreography.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because scenes like this often devolve into what that bit of a sequence was right there, where it's just one dude running around. But when they're flipping and throwing and everything, I'm okay with
Right.
that.
Throwing around the pews.
Yeah.
Pew toss. Like hurling furniture at a church.
What?
Pew toss.
Oh.
Or throwing cartoon skunks.
Right. Pepe Le Pew.
What about the most explosive President James Buchanan?
Oh! That's where we've gotten to here, folks.
Right.
We're willingly throwing long pun sequences at you that have nothing to do with the movie.
Right.
Yep.
It's a weird play,
Yep.
but I like that it works.
Yep.
I'm still gonna shoot you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just throw a bike at you.
Yeah.
Gotcha, bitch.
And then,
Shouldn't you say that after you get the Dragon Ball?
oh snap!
I'd get away.
That's why you don't taunt.
Yep.
And that's why you don't lord over your defeated enemies.
Does her shirt get lower and lower as
I
the
feel
movie
like
goes
it-
on?
Does that's Yamcha's special ability?
Yeah.
Gravity, very localized gravity manipulation.
Yeah.
He's got wardrobokinesis.
Yes.
Wait, what? You know what, Justin Chatwin? At this point, fuck you. Just fuck
What?
you dead.
Yeah. All of this sequence comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, none of this movie's led up to that.
No.
Hey, remember all the high school scenes from like 40 minutes ago?
Yeah, those
Boy,
were
do
all,
those fit well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are all important to this fight in apparently the same. Like,
So, sorry, but he says like human power has failed before, but it's been established Goku's not a human.
yeah, and also it didn't fail because they locked him away.
Somehow, and they somehow got up and
And this looks awful.
Yeah.
yeah.
Although the nod to the spirit bomb that he throws is interesting right there.
I guess. I mean, I can't recall him flying into the air to do that, but whatever.
Actually, Piccolo
Piccolo-
just then was doing that.
Piccolo does it.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Which is
floats
not a
in the air.
thing that he does in the gym.
No.
Whatever.
No, but
Whatever.
and then his hair gets bigger right there too, which is
slightly
slightly, but it's different.
baggy pants.
Those are bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if his hair was supposed to look bigger in that scene, or if
I
it was
don't know.
just kind of a trick of
I
the.
think it might have been a camera angle trick.
Camera
where
angle
they-
trick.
Just because they're doing a lot of close-ups on the head, so his
Yeah,
ridiculous face looked more ridiculous. This is how humans cry, right?
My thick, viscous tears will pour out of my monkey ducts.
Let's save one person.
Yeah.
One of the many plot holes.
Yep.
In all iterations of this fiction.
Not please get rid of Piccolo forever.
Yeah.
Or fix
all disease.
all the ozone
Yeah.
layer.
What is he speaking from? Where's the does he have a
Maybe-
mystical teleprompter?
Maybe that's
Yeah.
what the walls say.
Whooshing,
Yeah.
says the subtitles. And the CGI is so bad here. This looks like a commercial.
That's like some Dragonheart CGI.
It's for like a Chinese restaurant
Yeah.
commercial.
Eat at China Delight 2.
Right.
Half off between the hours of 2 and 4 daily.
Right. Kind of hoping he was just going to eat him here.
Yep.
Yeah, I was too. Not Roshi, Goku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just end the whole movie.
Yep. Fuck you guys. I'm out.
Yeah.
Shenlong out. Now, what they don't really show there is where the Dragon Balls go.
Well, they all fly off.
Yeah.
Isn't that what happens
But-
after you make a wish?
But
they go
I
fly
mean,
off?
if you didn't know that,
Yeah.
where would you think they went?
The show is very conspicuous about that because they would all launch into the air and then fly off with
Yeah, it's all
streaks on them.
Random.
Yeah.
Random.
think
They disperse throughout the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you can't wish again in a year or something
Right.
like that.
But from that shot, we have no idea where they went.
It doesn't matter. There's not going to be a sequel to
That's
this.
right. Well, yeah.
Despite the $57 million profit, it was still considered a major disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure that from what they thought this series could potentially make,
Mhm.
but I also think that none of the people who made this movie actually watched any
Oh,
of the series.
God, no.
Right.
No.
They're like, all right, look, here's
Probably
a picture of the
bought
main
the
character.
live-action film rights for like $1.
Yeah.
And let's go, just creep on ladies.
Yes.
Yeah, warrior lingerie once again.
The only reason I can think of someone being named Chi-Chi is if their father is Cheech Marin. That would explain all the smoke people are casting out in this movie.
Yeah.
So this chick was in Sin City as Miho. She was also in Sucker Punch, which is a Zack Snyder movie. Not a very good one.
Wait, which Sin City? The first one or the second one?
Well, I wasn't able to confirm if she was in the first one, but the character she plays is Miho, and Miho is in both.
She's in
movies.
both of them. I know they have a different actress in the second one.
Okay, then she's the one in the second one.
Yeah.
She's in A Dame to Kill For.
Which is not a good movie.
No.
Oh, that's right, because the chick who plays Miho in the first Sin City plays, I think Kasumi in the frickin' Dead or Alive movie from the fighting game.
Mm.
There's a movie?
Stop making fighting game live-action movies.
Well, I guess we're going to have to watch that now.
It's not a lot better than this movie, you guys.
Sounds good to me.
I can't wear my special gi anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
So I got to
I
wear
don't
my
want to whoop
regular
your
blue
ass
one.
too bad.
Yeah. Now, in a really weird way, this
Rocky 3!
Yeah. That looks terrible, but
Yeah.
in a weird way, that ending in context of like the universe and the show and everything makes no sense. However, I'm okay with that last scene in the context of this movie.
Yeah, I guess.
Of the two of them fighting, because they've established that she's a capable fighter and
Yep.
everything else is going on with it. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It's not good, but I'm okay with them ending it that way.
Supposedly Akira Toriyama was an executive producer on this. I don't know how that worked.
Yeah, I don't know how he would
Well,
have been okay with any of this.
Nobody else. They didn't hire anyone to translate what he said.
Oh, they just sat and nodded?
They just sat and nodded when he spoke, and then just kind of went and did whatever.
Okay.
I don't know if he can actually speak
Well,
English, but
sweet merciful Christ, that movie is over.
it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
Good.
There's more of your
Lord.
particle effects, Max.
Just
It's
for
it's
you.
overused now. Overused now.
Oh no.
But
Okay. Well.
so view again, brew again. Jim Thorpe?
No. And one of these, I would drink the Weizen again.
Yeah.
I would smell the Dunkel again.
You want a Dunkel air freshener.
Yes. my stomach still hurts from drinking that first beer.
Say no to highballs.
Lemony nuclear waste.
Yeah, no, that was no good.
That was a fucking nightmare.
When I opened that, started pouring. I'm like, oh no! Wait, what? There's a stinger.
No.
There's a stinger on this.
Yep.
Fuck my life.
I did not know about this one.
Oh yeah.
What's happening?
Oh yeah.
What's happening? Birds
It's-
chirping.
that's
Some lady
not-
picked a flower.
That's not Chi-Chi.
You got to bring it back, man. You got to roll it all back.
What is going on?
Oh,
here?
I do remember seeing this.
Yep.
Oh, I did watch this. Hey Max, guess what? Guess what's happening?
A sequel setup?
Yep.
Oh,
Which is
stir
better than
pot.
I
all.
thought she's making some miso soup.
Which is better than all of the stingers at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy, by the way.
Oh,
Our theater went completely out of focus way too early after when the credits started, so we didn't see any of them. We just had to listen.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
There is
I didn't
one.
think they were that bad.
There is one that
what I
is.
heard.
There is one that is decent. There is one that is funny but unnecessary, and there are 3 that are completely unnecessary.
I haven't seen it yet, so TBD. But I hear it's very split. You either love it or you don't like it at all, or like about it. So
Yeah.
But-
Full disclosure, I didn't like it.
yes,
Well-
you fall into that one.
Well, not that I didn't like it.
You put in your bottom 5 Marvel.
It's my
movies.
bottom 5 Marvel movies, which bottom Marvel movies are like B- movies
Right,
or C+
right.
movies. So that's there. That's excluding
No Marvel
the,
movie is a C+.
Iron
the
Man 2.
Incredible Hulk.
Okay, Iron Man 2. Okay, I didn't count that, but yeah, okay.
What?
Dun, dun,
Dun.
dun.
Yes, I like Iron Man 2. I do not like Iron Man 3.
Oh, that
I'm
made
I'm
made
lukewarm
no
on both
sense.
of them.
That made no sense. Piccolo's just in a bed.
Yep.
Yep. Just
Battle
some
Love.
person took him in, I guess.
Yep.
And now we got some J-pop.
More J-pop. This movie should have had way more J-pop.
Agreed. Oh,
All right,
well,
Ryan.
Back to View again. Drink 104 again.
Yeah.
okay,
Brew
I'm going to
again.
start with Brew again first. Same as James and probably same as you, Max. I like the Weizen a lot. I really enjoy that. The aroma on the fourth one on the Dunkel was good, but unremarkable overall. Yeah, I like the Weizen a lot. That was very, very, very good. I like everything about it. Brew View again. No, never. Not this is very near the top of my most hated movies of all time for so many reasons. Again, just disservice to the source material, the hollow, completely disingenuous execution overall. Everything about this is just awful, and it's just trying to capitalize on one of the most well-renowned anime and manga series ever, and just hoping for a cash-in, and it shows in every frame, and it's fucking awful, and I hate it. Never again. The only reason I own this movie is because I had heard about how terrible it was and saw it brand new on sale for $4 on Blu-ray. And I was like, all right, I guess I could do this. And the scar has yet to heal.
Yeah. No. No. Yes. No, and air freshener as far as the four drinks we had today.
Okay.
So, but yeah. Again, I'm not to reiterate or beat the dead horse or whatever. The Weizen was delicious. It was very interesting to have 3 Japanese versions of German beers.
Yeah.
So, they all smelled very good. Some of them were actually good. So I'm glad that I picked that little 3-pack up at a gift shop in Matsushima.
Yeah.
So
Good call.
Yeah. But yeah, movie, no. This is one of the few ones where I'm like, oh my god, this movie's terrible. I got so much shit to talk about. Then I got to 40 minutes in and I'm like, oh my god, I'm halfway through. I need another beer.
So I guess to linger a little bit on just how much I hate this. So many of my formative years were spent watching and obsessing over this show.
Well, I would say that's a pretty good assumption for a lot of people already.
Right. And like I hunted down local vendors that would sell the Japanese version of the PS1 games. I bought a specific adapter that you slammed into the back of your PlayStation 1 that would allow you to play games of other regions just for the Dragon Ball games.
Oh yeah, because they had some pretty well received fighting games.
Yeah, there were some pretty decent ones. I learned how to program a VCR because of this show, because I would never be home in time to watch it on Toonami because of football practice. So I learned how to program a VCR for the first time for this show.
That's what you get for playing football.
Right. And it's just
Because I was home.
when the show is great, it is truly great, and there were a lot of things I loved about it, and so obviously this holds a special place in my soul. But it's just everything about this is an affront to something I love very much, and it makes me so angry.
You and I in middle school used to like come in and wait till lunchtime to talk to each other about the show the next day.
Yeah,
I remember it used to be on early in the morning before I went to school, like when I was in 5th grade, so you guys would have been in like 8th grade, 9th grade maybe, and like it started at, beginning of Dragon Ball Z, and then it went to like halfway through Namek, and then just like reset, and I'm like,
wait,
what the hell?
Why?
Yeah, like Goku, I think Goku had like just gotten to Namek, and it's like, back to Raditz.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's lame.
Hadn't quite jumped into the Ginyu Force territory, but
Yeah.
And side note, Sailor Moon was on every morning before I went to the bus when I was in like grade school.
Yeah.
I caught that one.
Yeah, I think that was on like
Very
right
funny.
before or right after or something.
I always thought I was going to get in trouble because it was like the pseudo-nude transformation scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not wearing clothes. But
The worries of an 11-year-old.
Yeah. The show was awesome, but oh my god, naked things.
it was a different time. It was the 90s.
Yes. Right.
So, but that's about it, I think.
Yeah, for those of you who have watched along and subsequently, died, we'll send letters to your families, I guess.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
We'll find the Dragon Ball Sushi back to life.
You say the audience is now dead?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That should be a thing.
Death by podcast. That's like a Call of Cthulhu scenario.
Yeah, right.
All right. As always, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Send us your hate mail, goodbrewsbadviews@gmail.com.
Have we ever gotten an email?
No, just some spam.
Okay.
But no, we have not gotten any.
the food is
not
delicious.
Come on, guys.
Be our first.
Yeah.
We will read you on air.
Break that seal. We will read it on air. MST3K style.
Yes.
Please like and review us on the iTunes. And as always, please watch and drink responsibly. We'll see you guys next time.
See you.
See ya.